If the claim was originally denied after their inspection, and after the process the claim is approved and pays, why does it not consider a fraud on behalf of the carrier?
Yeah, so as long as there was a legitimate dispute as to whether or not the claim was owed, that's not fraud. Right? So perhaps they looked at it and they didn't believe, they made a decision. It may have been negligent, it may have been wrong, but if it's not intentional, if it's not an intentional misstatement about the claim, it's not fraud.
What would make it intentional? I mean, it's easy to say intentional.
Hey, oh my goodness, this is damaged, but hey, let's jack with this homeowner because he's blind and not pay it. All right, that would be
at least
fraud.
cut out the O&P part.
So it's,
because that'll be funnier.
There is a gray area in the middle where there's lots of disputes. Everyone knows that I've sued a couple of insureds, appraisers, and umpires recently. Got a lot of press. All right, that was not a legitimate disagreement in the middle. That was a gross misrepresentation as to the value of the claim, and I sued them all for fraud. In the thousands of claims that have come through my office in the past 10 years, I've only done that twice. But in my view, that was an intentional misrepresentation. That's fraud. And if my client intentionally misrepresents, they can be sued for fraud. But just because they say, okay, you made a credible argument, we see it, we're going to afford coverage, that's not fraud. Perhaps that's just doing the right thing when there's a disagreement.
And I'm going to elaborate a little bit. You said you pretty much who showed them, who made the argument? I mean, is it the contractor? Because in your opinion, a contractor cannot even negotiate or show or prove or make argument. As a homeowner, well, homeowner does not know. Homeowner is not an expert. So who makes that argument?
Look, and someone asked me this during a break, where can the contractor go in the negotiation process? And about 6 or 7 years ago, we put a pamphlet together with North Texas Roofing where we all agreed this is the gray area where we can all live. The contractor can explain the damage that they observed and explain the cost of repair. And if that convinces the insurance company to pay, that's great, good. But they can't hijack the claim and start threatening bad faith, et cetera.
All right. Chad, in your opinion, deny, approve, would it make it insurance companies involved first and committed fraud in the first place?
Well, as far as fraud is concerned, I believe insurance companies fraud insureds every day. However, I don't get those claims. I mean, we mentioned it earlier, especially in Texas, we're a very trusting group of people. And as insureds, we put our home or our property, our business, well, our cars, pretty much everything is insured. And we expect the insurance company to do the right thing. Now, if they intentionally or knowingly deny an obvious covered claim, and the insured takes it on the chin, well, the part of fraud that we're missing is the detriment, the reliance on that misrepresentation by the insured. So all of those that were wronged and they go by the wayside and they just accept it, yeah, that's fraud because they have accepted it. They didn't rely on it they've relied on it to their detriment. The ones that I represent, the squeaky wheels, the policyholders the insurance company doesn't like, they're the ones who are fighting back. That's the difference.